Following the treacherous and unexpected Japanese attack at Pearl Harbor on the morning of December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, the U.S. territories in the Pacific began falling one by one to the Japanese invasion. As the U.S. struggles to bring together its naval forces in the Pacific and prepare retaliation, you have to take the role of Admiral Chester William Nimitz, newly appointed Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. Pacific Fleet. Your task is to bring together all the U.S. naval forces demoralized by a series of disgraceful defeats, strengthen them, heighten their spirits, and prepare to turn the tide of the Pacific War. By employing carefully considered strategy, shrewd tactical moves, providing your forces with the newest and following the treacherous and unexpected Japanese attack at Pearl Harbor on the morning of December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, the U.S.
Greetings and good morning, Hawaii. You're listening to Radio Honolulu. Today, December the 7th, the weather is perfect, and we would like to bring this song for the listening pleasure of all U.S. military personnel on Hawaii.
Come from every quarter, from the north, south, east, and west, to clear
Jenny, why aren't you eating?
we love the best. We've left our occupation and home so far and dear, but when the going's rather rough,
Mom, is Daddy going to leave us again today?
good morning.
Yes, Jenny. You know full well that he's on duty, even on Sundays.
Good morning, Mr. Zip, you're surely looking fine.
Hey, you two. I have a surprise for both of you.
If the camels don't get to the petite,
I took the day off, so I could spend the entire day with two beautiful ladies.
your haircut is not as mine.
We get to play with Daddy today!
Don't worry. The Arizona will somehow manage without me for one whole day.
You meet them down the pike in olive drab and khaki, all over the heights.
Mommy! Get up! Mommy, please, get up! Mommy! Please, get up! Mommy! Please!
This is preposterous. Utterly preposterous. Our Pacific Fleet has been destroyed at Pearl Harbor, clearly demonstrating an unprecedented level of complacency and incompetence in our high command. On top of all this disastrous news, our territories in the Pacific are being captured by the Japanese daily. Gentlemen, this cannot be allowed to continue. Admiral Nimitz, You are hereby appointed the new Commander-in-Chief of the United States Pacific Fleet. I expect you to fully engage the Japanese and put an end to this nonsense immediately. You must save our nation. Do I make myself perfectly clear?
Mr. President, indeed, the situation is dire. However, I'm convinced that decisive actions will swing the balance in our favor.
Mr. President, the appointment of Chester Nimitz is the best thing that you could have done to put the Japanese in their place. Together we will protect our country from the Japanese threat.
It is my direct command to you, Admiral Nimitz, that the Japanese offensive in the Pacific be completely thwarted.
Yes, sir.
Ernest, Chester, do not let our country down.
Oh my God, it is worse than in the newspapers. Oklahoma, capsized, 429 dead. Arizona, exploded, 1,177 dead. We have lost so many brave seamen, and it all happened in 1 hour. How many more have to die before we end this war?
I hope that we can get back at those damn Japs, sir.
We have to regain our strength first, then retaliate at the right moment. And here comes my fleet. Enter.
Naval Intelligence Officer Lieutenant Commander Layton, reporting for duty as ordered, sir.
At ease, Lieutenant Commander. Give me the situation report.
The Japanese carrier task force is headed in a...
read the report, Layton. I am interested in the officer's mood, not the statistics.
Well, after everything that happened, sir, everyone expects to be relieved of duty. I'm also willing to take responsibility for our collective failures, sir. Who should I transfer my duties to?
Sit down, Lieutenant Commander. Lieutenant Commander, I've scrutinized the report and the attack on the Pearl Harbor. I have come to the conclusion that you and the other officers are not to blame. It could have happened to anyone. It's my sincere hope, Layton, that you and all the other men will remain in your assigned duties. America most assuredly needs you.
Well, Admiral, we all know this is a catastrophe, sir. Our Pacific Fleet is all destroyed.
No. I would not say that's true. Our aircraft carriers are still in good shape. So, despite the devastating blow, it's still too early for us to give up. This is especially true in your case, Layton. You have spent years in Tokyo, and you studied the Japanese mentality and their traditions, and know them better than anyone else. Your knowledge is an invaluable asset. Edwin, let's assume that You are Admiral Yamamoto. What would your next move be?
Well, sir, I would focus on this southern region, sir. The Japanese are in dire need of fuel. So they're going to have to occupy New Guinea. And then all the nearby islands which are rich in oil. At the same time, they should try to capture Port Moresby, which is to support any subsequent invasion of Australia.
That is exactly what I have assumed as well. And that is where we're going to stop them.
From the Commander-in-Chief, United States Fleet, Admiral Ernest King, to the Commander-in-Chief, United States Pacific Fleet, Admiral Chester Nimitz. The situation in the Pacific Theatre has deteriorated rapidly over the last 4 months. The Japanese have seized vast operational areas and are now on the verge of invading Australia. The port further be advised, 2 Japanese carriers left the base in Rabaul. They are assumed to have been ordered to the Coral Sea to provide air cover for the landing operation. The Southwest Sector Commander, General MacArthur, will try to hold Port Moresby at all costs. Unfortunately, his forces are insufficient to carry this out. Only the Navy can stop the Japanese. I command you to send a carrier task force to the Coral Sea to detect and destroy the Japanese invading forces.
From Admiral Nimitz to Admiral King, I sent Task Force 17, including carrier Yorktown, to intercept the anticipated Japanese attack.
Admiral Fletcher reports. Task Force 17 has reached the designated location.
Great. Your next step will be to join forces with Task Force 11 located near the island of San Cristobal. To establish contact, your ships must arrive at the specified area. Upon uniting our fleet, locate and eliminate the Japanese forces. According to intelligence reports, the enemy is expected to attack from the north. Bear in mind that after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, every major naval vessel counts. Under no circumstances can we allow for the loss of the Yorktown. Without such a valuable combat unit, our defeat would be imminent.
We reach for the stars.
Yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum.
Should we not get paid better?
Guarding bigger vessels. Evasive maneuvering is in order.
All these fancy new carriers will not replace good old 400mm naval guns.
A Japanese recon aircraft has been sighted close to our task force.
It cannot be allowed to escape. I do not want to alert the Japanese High Command with the advance news of our attack. Send fighters to intercept the enemy plane.
From General MacArthur to Admiral Nimitz. My pilots spotted a group of Japanese warships heading for Tulagi Island. Apparently, they are planning to seize the island. Our garrison does not stand a chance against an attack. However, your fleet is capable of overpowering any invading forces. Now would be the perfect time for intervention. The troops on their transport ships are extremely vulnerable. You must help my men protect Tulagi.
I'd rather not take the reports of MacArthur's army pilots at face value. They are not accustomed to naval operations and can give us an incorrect assessment of the situation. We have to send our reconnaissance float plane to scout the area around Tulagi.
Can I serve in another vessel? These guys are boring.
Ready to launch our Air Force. We go against the tide.
We have established contact with Task Force 11.
Great. Take command of all ships. Yorktown alone would not stand a chance against the Japanese, but a joint fleet with 2 carriers has a good chance of winning this battle.
We reach for the stars.
You can see us?
300 millimeters of armor is no joke.
Unseen for the enemy.
Providing escort service. Do you require an escort? Are we on a scouting mission?
With that much firepower, we can sink the whole country, I think.
The aircraft has escaped.
Not the best way to start the operation. The Japanese are now aware of our attack.
It's a pity we have not used this great reconnaissance tool before. Acting blindly is too costly at times.
We're on a floating fortress. disappear. Oh yes, we'll show them our main gun.
U.S. Marines are bested only by U.S. submarines.
Do we get to blow up some enemy vessels?
You can expect our timely arrival.
Ready to launch our Air Force. In full flight. We'll put them to flight, sir. Can't we just stay away and launch planes?
You can see us? Like a huge fishy.
We reach for the stars. Yes, sir.
Escort ships are the glue that holds the Navy together. On the lookout. Remember the U.S., bastards! Fire away! They got what was coming to them. How may I be of assistance? Conducting active search for enemy subs. We will teach them humility. We fight! How may I be of assistance? Searching for enemy subs. Fire away! Continue the onslaught.
Hey, the skies are ours. Hey, we'll hunt them down. Hey, the skies are ours. We live to fly. We had been pilots before we were born. Hey, we'll hunt them down. We had been pilots before we were born. We are high in the sky. Consider us already there. Hey, the skies are ours. Gotta do it, boys. To hell with them. We are high in the sky. Speed is of the essence.
I cannot live without the skies. The sound of falling bombs is soothing in a way. We'll get there in no time. I cannot live without the skies. On the ground, everything's so hectic. We're eager to fly.
Sir, we have intercepted a radio exchange between the ships of a large Japanese fleet northwest of Tulagi Island. It's moving southward.
The Japanese main carrier force approaches. We will engage and destroy it.
Tulagi has fallen. My men fought like heroes, but the fleet did not support them. If you plan to defend Port Moresby in a similar manner, then we are doomed.
Our lives are in the skies.
The skies are calling. I like flying. It's liberating.
With that much firepower, we can sink the whole country, I think.
Enemies are high. We are higher. It is the United States Air Force, you stupid bastards! Enemy down. Do you keep count? We had been pilots before we were born.
It is so boring in here. Can we attack? Underwater we glide.
We had been pilots before we were born. Hey, the skies are ours. You're gonna love it. Consider us already there.
You don't need islands when you have carriers. Can't we just stay away and launch planes? Our world is full of wonders. Carriers are one of them.
Guarding bigger vessels. Are we on a scouting mission? Escort ships are the glue that holds the Navy together. Guarding the perimeter. Seeking out the enemy.
Do we get to blow up some enemy vessel?
It's raining hell!
It is so boring in here. Can we attack? Like a huge fishy.
We live to fly!
We'll hope for the best.
We live to fly!
You require an escort? Guarding the perimeter.
We're on a floating fortress.
Did you check for the enemy submarines?
Outmaneuvered. He just did not have the talent for it.
Sir, according to the radio interception, enemy carriers are preparing to launch an air attack on our ships. Transport ship Neosho and destroyer Sims bound for Port Moresby. The Japanese mistakenly identified them as a carrier and a cruiser.
We must protect our convoy!
I couldn't agree more. Nonetheless, I have to point out that sending carrier-based aviation against Neosho and Sims would temporarily leave the Japanese carriers helpless. It would be the perfect moment for us to take out the enemy carriers.
I'm fed up with seeing the same ugly mugs every day.
We have an island on board, sir.
We live to fly! It is the United States Air Force, you stupid bastards! G-Force will do the killing.
I cannot live without the skies. If the infantry is the heart of the armed forces, the Air Force is their soul. We'll get there in no time.
Escort ships are the glue that holds the Navy together. How may I be of assistance?
With that much firepower, we can sink the whole country, I think.
I cannot live without the skies. Let's not exceed our range.
We'll carry you through this battle. This is the way to go.
Low on bullets, not altitude. With blinding speed. We are high in the sky.
300 millimeters of armor is no joke. Where are we headed?
Low on bullets, not altitude. Yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum.
We reach for the stars.
How may I be of assistance?
I'm claustrophobic, you know.
Providing air cover. Guarding the perimeter. Guarding the perimeter.
We'll carry you through this battle.
Is there anything better than serving on a US battleship? I don't think so.
We have trouble hearing your orders at this altitude.
You can see the world's harmony in the skies. I fly the newest model in my sleep. Let's not exceed our range. I cannot live without the skies. Our planes are the best.
Low on bullets, not altitude. We cut through the air. Low on bullets, not altitude. We are high in the sky.
From General MacArthur to Admiral Nimitz. Air reconnaissance has spotted a large group of Japanese transport ships approaching Port Moresby from the north. It looks like the landing operation is about to begin. All ships and aircraft have been engaged. We've thrown everything we have at it, and it's still not enough. I demand immediate assistance from the Navy.
From Admiral Nimitz to General MacArthur. Copy that. Task Force 17 is ready to defend Port Moresby.